Hey guys, so this is Geometry 8 review. So we're going to go through this review so you have a good review before you take your test. Um, so this unit was all about polygons and their finding their angles and stuff. So I jotted down a quick list for you in case you don't have it. Triangle, 3 sides, quadrilateral, 4 sides, and there's some special quadrilaterals that we worked with in Chapter 8 that we'll go through as we do the review. Pentagon has 5, hexagon 6, hepta 7, octa 8, nanogon 9, decagon 10, and a dodecagon has 12 sides. Okay, so make sure you have that information. So number 1 says a blank has 9 sides. So I just told you that was a nanogon. Number 2, a 6-sided polygon is a hexagon. Number 3, if a polygon has blank sides, then it is a triangle. That would be 3. An octagon has 8 sides, and a 10-sided figure is a decagon. In a regular polygon, so we talk about regular polygons, the word regular means all sides regular. All sides are equal, okay? And this question is about exterior angles, and there'll be no exterior angle questions on your test. We did do those, and I do want you to know them, but we're not going to review them right now, okay? And number 7 is also an exterior angle question that we're not going to work with. Number 8. At first glance, it almost looks like they don't give us enough information for this, but actually they do. So let's check this out. So this in the middle here is a quadrilateral, and quadrilaterals have 360 degrees inside of them, okay? So if I look here, this angle and this angle are vertical angles, so this one is 90 degrees, okay? These two angles are 120, but this angle in here plus this one have to add up to 180 because of this straight line. So this one's going to be 60 because 60 plus 120 is 180. Same thing here. This angle plus this one has to add up to 180. So if I take 180 minus 52, I'm going to get 128. So this is 128. So I have 3 of the angles, 63, 128, and 90. So if I add those 3 together, 90, 128, and 60. If we add those together, we get 278. All 4 of them have to add up to 360, so let's go ahead and minus that. And I get 82 degrees. So this is 82 degrees, right? So now that I know that one's 82 degrees, I can minus that from 180 to get angle 1. So 180 minus 82. 180 minus 82 is 98 degrees. So angle 1 is 98 degrees. Okay. Number 9 says find the value of x. Number 9, I had to pause that because I have to sneeze and I may have to sneeze again, so pardon me for that. So number 9 says find the value of x. So finding the value inside of these polygons, we look at every triangle is 180 degrees. So we pick one corner, and it doesn't matter which corner, but we pick a corner and we connect all of the diagonals that are not already connected. So this one, let's put like a point on all our vertices. Okay, so here to here is already connected. So from here to here, I connect it. And the angles inside of here have to add up to 180. 180, another triangle, and then this one. So 1, 2, 3, I have 4 triangles. And each one is 180 degrees. So 0, 32, 7. So if I take each one that's 180 and I add them together, or I multiply by how many triangles I have, I know what the total is. The total is 720 degrees. So now I can add all these angles together. These all have to add up to 720 degrees. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 x's plus, I think that's a minus 5. I might have to grab my glasses. And that's a plus 25. So plus 20 is equal to 720, right? So I have my balance. I'm solving for x. I'm going to minus 20 from both sides. 10 times x equals 700. Divide by 10. X is equal to 70. Okay, so break it into triangles to find the total, and then just add them up. Number 10 and 11, the number of sides of a polygon is given. Find the sum of the interior angle measures. So if I have 6 sides, and you can draw them if it helps you, but if I have 6 sides, I can make 4 triangles. And it's always 2 minus that number, right? So if I have 8 sides, I can make 6 triangles. So it's going to be 4 times 180, or this one's going to be 6 times 180. If I had a 10-sided figure, I could make 8 triangles. Okay, that's just how it is. So I'm going to grab my calculator, 180 times 4, and I get a 6-sided figure is going to be 720 degrees, which the example was up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it made 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. It's always going to make 4. It's always going to make 2 less than what you have sides. An 8-sided figure would make 6. So 180 times 6 is 1080 degrees. Okay. Number 12 and 13. The sum of the measures of the interior angles of a polygon is given. Find the number of sides. Well, we're going to divide by 180, right, to find how many triangles, and then we can add 2 to it to find the number of sides. So this one we already know is 6, but let's go ahead and do the math for it. So let's divide it by 180 to figure out how many triangles. So 1080 divided by 180 equals 6. So then we know it made 6 triangles. If it made 6 triangles, then we're going to add 2 to that. It was 8. Whoops, it was 8 sides. So here we have 2340, and we're going to divide by 180. And we get 13 triangles. It would take 13 triangles to get that many degrees. So if it's 13 triangles, then the shape has to have 15 sides. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we're not working with exterior angles, so I'm going to skip 14 and 15. Number 16, which answer choice best matches the following characteristics? Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. All 4 angles are congruent. So that would definitely be a parallelogram, a rectangle, or a square. A rectangle and a, oh, no, it's not going to be a parallelogram, because parallelogram, the sides aren't the same. So it's either going to be a rectangle or a square, okay? I apologize for that. Parallelogram, the angles are not equal, right? Just the opposite sides are parallel. Opposite angles are congruent, but not all 4 angles. Number 17, which answer choice best matches the following characteristic? Exactly 1 pair of opposite sides is parallel. See, it says exactly. So in a parallelogram, both opposite sides are parallel. A rectangle, both opposite sides are parallel. And a rhombus, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. A trapezoid is the only one where one side is parallel and the other side is not. Okay, and usually they look like this, or a lot of times we see them look like that. These 2 are parallel, these 2 are not. Okay. Number 18, which quadrilateral will always have the following properties? Diagonals are perpendicular, all sides are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary. So the only one that always does those things is going to be the rhombus. The parallelogram sometimes does, the trapezoid sometimes does, and the kite maybe sometimes does, but the rhombus will. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 19 and 20. Given that WXYZ is a rhombus means that all four sides are the same, and that the consecutive angles are supplementary, and the opposite angles are congruent to each other. If XA is equal to 2x plus 32, and ZA is this, find the value. So in a rhombus, the diagonals are congruent to each other. So we're just going to put them equal to each other. 2x plus 32 equals 16x plus 4. I have a variable side and a number side, minus 2x. I'm going to minus 4. 32 minus 4 is 28. Is equal to 14x. Divide by 14. X equals 2. Okay? If xy equals x plus 48 and zy is 120 minus 3x. Well, rhombus, all four sides are the same. So I'm going to make those two equal to each other as well. X plus 48 equals 120 minus 3x. I'm going to have a variable side and a number side. So I'm going to plus 3x. And I get 4x plus 48 equals 120. I'm going to minus 48 from both sides. 4x equals, I'm going to do 120 minus 48. I'm going to clear that. 120 minus 48 is equal to 72. I'm going to divide by 4. And I'm going to get x equals 18. Okay, let's continue. Let's pause it right here and we will continue this in a second half of a review.